What's up, guys? Thanks for checking out the channel, watching the video. Today we're doing a product review. Today we're looking at the Pura Car Fragrance Diffuser. You know, I may have a little obsession with diffusers and smelly things like that. Because this is like I've done quite a few diffuser things, along with locks and things like that. But anyway, so this is the thing, the car diffuser from Pura, which is a company that produces these things. So I saw this on social media that they were advertising it, and I have done and had the house diffuser that you plug in, and it links to an app, and it's Bluetooth, and you can control it from your phone. So we're going to look at this one. So I've ordered. So you had two options. You could buy the diffuser straight out, and then buy the disc. So this one uses discs that you insert into the diffuser. So you could buy the diffuser straight out, and then buy the disc, or you could sign up for a subscription for 6 months and get the diffuser free. So we're going to look at the cost of the disc. We're going to unbox the thing. We're going to put it in the truck, run it for a little bit, see what it smells like, what the smells are like, and look at the variety of the smells, and give an overall thought on this thing and see what the cost is, and is it really worth it? What's it like versus the Walmart scents and things like that. So let's take a look at this. This is the Pura Car Fragrance Diffuser. It's my honest review. Again, like any review that I do on this site, even if it is provided, if they provide me with the product, I'm going to give you my honest opinion of it. So this is my honest opinion of the Pura Car Fragrance Diffuser. So let's unbox it and see what we got. All right, guys, we have it in. This is the Pura Fragrance Diffuser that we ordered. The drive is better when it smells good. That is the truth. All right, rechargeable battery, blah, 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 blah. Nice little box. Let's open it up and see what we got. Okay. So we have our scent samples. Oh, that's cool. You know, this is one I've always wanted to smell, which is Volcano. It's really, really, really popular, but I don't know what it smells like. They have the Champagne, Soho, Fresh Sea Salt. They say that one's really popular too. Bamboo, Honeycrisp Oak Wood, Sweet Graze. Ooh, I bet that one's strong. Tea, oh, it's got patchouli and stuff in it. You know, I'm going to go through and smell all of these, but that'll help you when you subscribe, because you can change your scent from, month to month or whatever. So this is the one that I chose, which is Red, Rock, and Amber. So let's look at that in a minute. Here's our how to get started with this. Yada, yada, yada. And here is the diffuser itself. Oh, it's smaller than I thought it was going to be. That's kind of cool. And then that comes out. This is where the little doohickey goes in. There's something down here. Oh, this is just the cord, because we do want to charge it. The USB-C, which is cool. We'll put that back inside. So I do want to plug this up and let it charge. And let it get fully charged. Okay, so we're going to open this and smell this, because I'm dying to see what it smells like. Okay, that's the disc. Oh yeah, there's your little, where it reads what it is. I'm just going to crack it. I'm just going to crack it so I can smell it. Allegedly going to crack it. You know, ever since I had surgery on my hands, and I got to have surgery again, but whatever. Oh, wow. Okay. That smells really good. I don't know, Red Rock and Amber? I guess it smells like Red Rock and Amber. Who knows what that's supposed to smell like? Does it tell me what it's supposed to smell like? It gave a direct description online, but anyway, let's plug it up and let it charge. All right, guys, the device is charged. Let's hook it up to our phone via the Pura app. So we're going to go to the app and hit Find Device. It's going to ask us for Bluetooth. We're going to allow it to connect to Bluetooth.
Can we notify you? Sure, you can notify me. It's going to look for the device. It's going to ask for notifications again. It's going to detect the device. It's going to pair with the device. Easy peasy. It was a really easy connection. The device is going to show blue that it's connecting. It's going to look for any updates to the device. Now, along this part, it's going to give you a few little positioning tips. It's going to give some other information about where to put it, how to use it, like position, like the power. It tells you this. It's while I think this is just running in the background while it's setting up. Um, this is about the automatic scent that it turns on and off. Tells you you can buy this discount, yada yada yada. So here's where you name the device. I name mine, I think Tom's truck. I don't know. You can go back and change it later if you want to. Um, it's up to you, but I just change it whatever. Here's where you unpackage the fragrance cartridge. You're going to rip it open and slip it inside just like that, and it snaps right into place. Once you do that, the device will sense that. It will notify it's there it is. There's my device. You're ready to go. Here's a warning that pops up after that saying, hey, don't play with this where you're driving. Use your common sense. It teaches you how to use the intensity settings from strong, medium, subtle, or off by tapping the top of the device or using your phone. Then it says, "Hey, it's ready." And there you go. That's what it looks like inside the car.
All right, guys, so I'm in my car. I've had my Pura for a week or so, a week and a half ish around there. And I really, really like it. Michael is concerned, like, it doesn't run all the time. It only starts up when you get in the car. The light comes on. It senses, I guess, senses the movement, and you know that Pura is starting, and you start to smell the happy smell. So I like that. When you get in the car initially, it doesn't hit you with smell. Michael wants that. He wants to have that hit of smell when you get in the car. It's quick enough. I smell it relatively fast because when you get in the car, the fan starts going, and it kind of depends on what setting you have it on, what level of intensity. So I smell it right away. This smell, the one that I have, the amber, I can't remember what it's called, but oh my God, it smells so good. I absolutely love it. I think it's really amazing. There's one that's next. It's like pine and cedar and cranberries. Oh yeah, that's where I'm going to next because you can switch it from month to month. So that's where I'm going to go next. Let me show you where I placed it. Initially, I had it kind of towards the back of the truck, but I did move it to my center console, and I decided to go ahead and plug it in because I don't want to. I mean, it runs for a long time, but then do I really want to fool with taking it in and having to charge the thing? Not much. And plus I had a plug in the back of the console of the center console. I could just run a plug and leave it plugged in and not really worry about it. So let me show you where I got it plugged in at. All right, so this is where I have it plugged in at. It was right in the center console. It's kind of dirty, so excuse me for that. So this is where it's sitting, and you can see the light going. If the battery starts to run dead, so initially when I had it, I didn't let it charge all the way. I wasn't following directions, and it started getting a red light. I couldn't find anywhere what the red light meant, but that means the battery's low. It's a low charge. So I did plug it up and recharge it, and the red light went away. It connected to my phone fine. So to change the intensity, you just tap the top of it. So it's half of the circle now. So that means it's half the intensity. You do it again, it's like only a little chunk of it. That means a low intensity. And you can turn it off. So if you're on a long trip and you don't really need it all the time, you can turn it off. But I don't, from here to work is literally like 10 minutes. I leave it on full blast because I like the smell. In fact, I love the smell. So I am a big fan of that. Let's go in, get out of the truck, and we'll get a final review on this thing. All right, guys, let's stop and take a look at the pros and cons of the device because there are good sides and there are bad sides to the device. So I kind of charted it out to say, look, these are the good sides, these are the bad sides. Let's take a look at it and let's see what we've got. On the pro side, great selection of sophisticated scents. These are not cheap smells. They are, a lot of them are put in by designers, and they smell on the most part great. They range anywhere from like florals to tropicals to like food smells to like woodsy masculine smells. You can range, I mean, like there's 68 smells. You can find a smell you like. um The pro side, there's a monthly subscription, so you never have to worry about your smell running out. You can switch the subscription smell to smell. If you want to change it month to month, you can choose a different smell. It will be delivered to your door. You never run out. It is rechargeable, or you can plug it in. You have that option, so you don't have to have it wired, or you can choose to wire it. It's up to you. It doesn't block your vent. I don't like the little plugs that just stick in the vent that you can't move your vent once it's plugged in. This does not do that. Unlike a lot of the diffusers, it doesn't emit a vapor that like can muck up your windshields or your windows, which I like. That it just smells. It has a fan, but there's no vapor or any mist that comes out of it. It uses an auto detection, so it senses when you get in the car when the car moves, so it turns on when you're in the car and it turns off when you go away or when you get out of the car, stop using the car. Likewise, if you sit in a parking lot, it'll turn off. It's quiet. I don't hear it at all. They said the phase one, you could hear it. This one, I don't hear. You do have the ability to control the intensity. This is IFRA compliant. Ever what that means, I'm not sure. They are fragrances that are safe for pets, kids, and the whole family, as per their website. I didn't look at every single cartridge, but I looked at quite a few, and they all had that statement. So I'm assuming they all are safe for kids, pets, and the whole family. So on the con side, the cost of the device. It is an expensive device if you buy it outright. If you buy it with a subscription, it's also pricey because you're paying a subscription price for the cartridges, the discs. The cost of the discs are high. They're anywhere from around 10 to 15, $20. I mean, they're expensive. Downside, opposite of that, there is a monthly subscription. You can buy them without it, but you have to pay more. You can buy them, disc by disc, but you can save if you buy the subscription. Um, on the downside, it's bulky compared to a lot of the air fresheners. It's, you saw the size of it. It is kind of large. On the con side, it is with any fragrances, much like the drift, much like the other diffusers that I've tried. You do kind of get nose blind to the smells. Somebody else gets in the car, they smell it, and they say it smells great, but you kind of get nose blind by the end of the month. So I do switch out the smells. Um, I'll be really honest with you. I did not find the app that useful. It tells you what smell is in the device, and it kind of tells you how long you've ran it, but it doesn't really tell you that much more. So, yeah, there you go. It's not that useful. It's all right, but you can control the intensity by the device, or you can just push the top of the device. Guess what's easier? Pushing the top of the device. Um, I do go to work in the mornings before daybreak, and I have this set in the center console. When I have it on full intensity, the ring is light all the way around, and I do find that light a tad bit distracting. I'm just telling you, Pura, that's a little distracting when it's a full circle all the way around. But I do just kind of tap it down and turn it down to low intensity first thing in the morning, and then I'll turn it back up so it'll be full intensity on the ride home. So that's my pros and my cons. Here is my bottom line. All right, bottom line for me. May be different for you, but here's my thoughts on the device. If you've got $20 a month to spend on car fragrances, it's a great device. If you don't want to spend $20 a month, it's not for you. Um, the smells are great. The smells are sophisticated. They're not cheap. You don't smell like you bought it at hang a Christmas tree at the car wash. They're really sophisticated, wonderful smells. It works great for what it is. But again, it's kind of pricey. So if you don't want to spend that much, don't buy it. Keep that in mind. I think the route to go is a subscription. I know a lot of people hate subscriptions. They hear the word subscription, they're turned off. If you don't want a subscription, don't do it. Turn it off. Don't. It's not for you. You do have the option to go the other route, buy the device, buy the cartridges separately. But again, you're going to pay $50 for the device plus $15 per cartridge. Keep that in mind. So this may not be the device for you if you want to go that route. So, but if you're not 6 months of buying the cartridges, it's worth a try. I like it. I'm going to do it for 6 months for sure. I may not after that and discontinue it. Um, I will say that the drift, I did discontinue my Drift. I did a review on it several months ago, and it was going really good, and the smells were great. But once again, it went down that weird road of bad smells. I'm not going to continue to pay for the discs, and they stink. It's not going to happen. So again, this is the same thing. I'm going to give it 6 months. Right now, I like it, and I'm paying about $12 a month for the disc. We'll see how it goes, guys. Right now, Mike, for me personally, the pros outweigh the cons. I like it. I think the price is pretty acceptable. I'm not opposed to a subscription, but there you go. That's my bottom line. For me, it works. For you, it might not. I hope this helped you with some decision making, guys. If it did, please put your comments down below. If you have this thing, put your comments down below. If you want me to try something, shoot me an email. Let me know what you think. I would love to hear from you. If you have any recipes, anything like that you want me to try, I'd love to hear that too. Don't forget to hit subscribe, guys. And don't forget, guys, thanks for watching. But above all, be kind to each other.